welcome Kevin Leung. We have been proceeding with a 10 or 15 minute opening presentation. Make your pitch to the board, and then the board members may have some questions for you and perhaps some follow-up in the next day or two. So you are, the floor is yours.
Yes, I have resume that the secretary said that I should prepare a talk. Well, good evenings, ladies and gentlemen of the board. It is my pleasure to come here to have this opportunity to be a member and work with you guys and girls together. I submit my applications and would like to serve among you for several reasons. I grew up in a very humble neighborhood, and in fact, both of my parents are illiterate, and I live in a subsidized housing. I used to see some people trying to buy a bottle of Coke, and which I cannot afford. My mother told me that, hey kid, the only way for you to be afford things that you want is go get educations. And for educations, this is the chance for you to help yourself and also help others. Up to now, I still appreciate my mother's thoughtful instructions on this. I come to the United States with 2 suitcases, and I'm proud to say that I live among one of the best neighborhoods in Dallas County, which is one of the wealthiest county in the nation, all because of the education. And for that, I humbly ask the board to give me an opportunity to serve, to help, so that I can help the others to get the American dreams, which I get it myself through education. I have 3 children, and I live in this county for 23 years. Out of that, 17 of them are in District D, which I'm come over here to ask to represent. One of my oldest daughters graduated from Dallas County's school district and now is in college. And 2 of them, one of them is in high school, the other one is in middle school. My kids also attend charter school in their earlier age. So I understand the charter system and also the neighborhood school. And those are the wonderful options that we have for our school district, and our school district is always right near the top. Our hardworking teachers, our dedicated parents, our great community members, we're all together to form the greatest district that we have in our state. And I want to continue that traditions, to come over here to be a uniter all factions, bring everybody together, so that we can all become one big happy family again. There's really no reason why we have to pick one against the others. There's no reason why we have to exclude one kind of people and only include a certain people that fit into our own ideology. Education is not about choosing a winner or loser. Education is not about which political factions have the better ideas and which one doesn't. Education and the best board member should serve all. And myself has great credentials to become one of those people who united all of them. I serve in several different nonprofit organizations in Dallas County. Currently, I am the chair of the Parker's Authority for the Investment Advisory Committee. And I'm also honored to be the 6th Congressional District, which the congressperson is Mike Hoffman. I also is in his Asian Advisory Committee. And last year in the TBD Colorado initiative, I was chosen to participate as the Dallas County Central Region's member for that particular initiative. And those are my current assignment, and if you see my resume, I have tons of other initiatives, which includes serving in one of the terrorology organizations, board of the member before. So for my working with the other non-profit organizations, I learned how to work well with the others. No matter what ideology you are, left, right, center, up or down, I believe, I can reach out and work with them and make sure that we come up with a win-win solutions for everybody. And that is what is important right now with our district is getting so much of, some will call noise out there and some will call, unhappiness. The parent survey shows that the parents is not really happy. Teacher survey shows that the teacher is not really happy. And some are criticizing the board of having too much coastal meeting and things like that. Rightfully or wrongfully so, those are the issues that we need to deal with as a community. Not to mention that since 2009, there's an ever-increasing fund balance, which something that it is absolutely not acceptable, and something that this is just a propaganda that some people spread around and things like that. But no matter what it is, there's real money in there that we need to consider how we can make the best use of them to fund our public educations for our school. We're talking about real people in here, my friend. 63,000 students in this county are looking upon you to make the right decisions, to educate them and educate and give them the resources that we need. And I consider myself to be a good person to sit among you, not because, I'm good looking, or I speak better than most of you. It's because I believe I have a little bit different ideas with some of the members sitting down in here. And diversity in board will make a great board, because you don't want to only hear one kind of opinions out there. You want to hear the opinions from different committee members so that you can come up with great decisions based on the collective thinking of people with different background and opinions. And talk about background. Our country in 20 or 30 years, we don't have a racial group that's a majority anymore. And if you look at our county, the Marathi student populations has all been increasing steadily. Some say that 70%, or some could say that it could be up to 20%, and so forth. We as a minority representations and I think I can also fill the gap and plan a future for Dallas County to see how we can face this sort of challenge. And I believe that my background of also moving from a British educated system will also help to enrich the board with a knowledge on a different educational system. And if you're looking at the ranking of different culture, country, and things like that, United States consistently rank outside the top 10. And some may argue that the ranking system is not right, or so forth. But we have to realize that that is fundamentally something that the other country can offer. And most of those countries that is ranked in the top 5 are from the Pacific Rim, and Finland is also the other one that is doing really good. I have a background of being a global IT manager, and I used to serve in as a leader of a child programs in charge of the Greater China regions. Through those business skills and my interactions with the other culture, I believe that I could help this board think out of the box, not trying to get into the old traditional way of thinking about, liberal, conservative education ideas. We're not competing among ourselves. We're in the 21st century. We are competing against China, Russia, South Korea, Finland, Germany. So the old ideas of conservative against liberal pictures is outdated. Go think globally, go think creatively, trying to go out and think how we could be the best among all the country, not only the state. And that's something that I think I can bring in to the table. And not to mention that I'm actively involved in the educational committee. I served 3 years in the district advisory committee, and I also serve in the school accountability committee. And in the past 10 years, I've been really active in the school area. So I know the school system pretty well, including the school financing, and a couple of the board members used to serve with me in the district advisory committee. And so I do not think that I need a lot of training or uplifting to be able to work with you right away if I'm appointed. And also, I'm a pretty successful business person. My business was named this year by 5280 magazine as the best car care. Last year, my business won the Channel 7's AB's voting for the best car wash and detailing category. And more importantly, I survived the great recessions of 2008 and 2009. Being a successful small business owner, I believe that I know how to balance the budget. And budgeting is a big controversial right now in the district. And I think, with a new pair of eyes looking to this, it could be really helpful to try and figure out, what more resources we can put back to the legal school or give to a charter school, so that we can all build one of the best school district for our children and for next generations to come. And my ideas of how to improve the district is also in my applications that include trying to protect the smaller cars, give more resources to back to the school, so they can decide whether the 6-8 schedule makes sense or going back to the traditional schedule before it changes. My oldest daughter used to graduate with 25.5 credit, and that's one of the things that our school district is very proud of, because our students graduate with more credit than the others. So is it something that we should continue, or should we fall back to whatever we have right now, which is much more reduced? Teachers' morale is very important. We need more employees to be happy employees to have a productive district. And rightfully or wrongfully so, many of them are not happy, and the board is trying to put the pay for performance over there, which it causes a lot of confusions right now. Rightfully or wrongfully so, that is a concern for a teacher. And there should be a person that's sitting among you that truly addressing the concern and not just rubber stamp or always just say, oh yeah, no problem, you guys are great. It really does not do you any good, in the long run, have another yes person sit among you. And I value myself a true independent consultative that could make contributions on that area. And more importantly, what we are here for, student. Student is the future. Student is what we need to make sure that they get the best education as possible. A while ago I mentioned about the school credit, the revised schedule, and things like that. Those are important issues that I want to address with you. And also, the taxpayers' burden, the parents' burden is also very heavy. Since 2009, we imposed the transportation fee. We cut the activity bus. Thank God we decided to give back the technology fee. But if you look at how much I'm paying for my second daughter compared with my oldest daughter, that's a lot more than I'm paying right now. Although you say that you did not increase tax, but there's a fee. Those fees, in some people's opinion, is also a tax. So how we can make sure that we can get those money the district has, I don't know whether it's 83 million, 86 million, or things like that, but I think those are good money that we can reinvest back to the taxpayer and the parents.